It's time for a little Funky Friday. From their funky hidden headquarters, your hosts, Keith and Gerry.
Hey, we're live. Hey, welcome to Pop Culture Minefield, TGIF. I'm Gerry, and that's Keith. And Keith and I do a little show called Pop Culture Minefield, and we have Pop Culture Minefield and friends. And let's invite some of these friends on. Oh, look who it is. It's Viking Out of Time.
Hey, everyone. How are you? Hail.
And, of course, our friend Deleted Scenes is here. Nobody's on camera. What the fuck, guys? I feel like Mark Hamill on the set of Empire Strikes Back. All you fucking Muppets. And, of course, my other partner in crime, Fat Steven Seagal. And
I get paid enough for this.
You don't get paid enough for this.
I'm still waiting for that paycheck. It's been 2 months.
Wait. You get paid?
Oh, and of course, our very special guest is none other than Fahim Fazli, a friend of mine for many years now, and whom I met through Dale Dye. And that's going to come up in conversation because I don't think I've ever talked to Fahim about how they met. And how we met, I know, but not how we met Dale Dye. And I've always been curious, and I also really wanted to delve into his career today. So I hope that you are prepared to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, Fahim, because this is your life.
I was born comfortable, and I'm born ready.
You were born ready. Yeah. I think it would be a hop, skip, and a jump for you to be able to do an impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger. I really do.
Oh, I can. I have my own accent. First of all, I want to thank you.
I know your accent, and just tweak it a little bit, and you could be Arnold. And be going all day. I will crossonate you.
Of course, not too. I not even can pronounce it. First of all, I want to thank you guys. First of all, I want to thank you guys for inviting me to your beautiful show. I really enjoyed last time.
Well, we love you.
I love you guys too. That's great. Awesome.
And I find of all the guests that we've had on here, you are the one that's most memorable, and people ask about if you're going to be coming on again. And I tell him, I don't know. He kind of annoys me with that accent and calling me boss.
Accent is good. People ask her, where are you from? The conversation open.
I love your fucking voice, dude. You have like a
Thank you. Same here.
And you've got this thing. Because originally I was going to name this episode, Get Ready to Root for the Bad Guy. Because you played villains in so many things. But then I thought, wait a minute, no, I'd rather just focus on the fact of how awesome you are. So that's what I
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And
that's awesome.
Because you are more than the sum of the characters you play.
Yeah, they typecast me, which is I don't mind at all. I'm always play.
Well, there's going to be work when you get typecasted, but
I'm always busy. Yeah. That's what's counts.
What I love is a lot of the voice work you do.
I do a lot of voice, yeah. I've done a lot of
I cannot tell you how many bad guys I've killed in video games, and I wonder, was that
actually, I did a Call of Duty.
I know you did.
Yeah.
And I wonder,
Call of Duty.
Oh, that guy I just killed, I wonder if that was Fahim.
That was me. That was
fun stuff. So let's get into it real quick. How did you meet Dale Dye? How did that come about, them publishing your book?
First of all, I want to thank Colonel Moffat, which is I served with him in Afghanistan 2010, 9 and 10. And he wrote the book for me. He came from New Hampshire to finish the book. It's called Fahim Speaks. And we put
beautiful
it the first
artwork.
You did it. You did a good job. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. What a great job.
I was so honored to get to do your book, dude. I really was.
Thank you. And we put 300 pages together, and Captain Dale Dye, we approached him as he's a WPG publishers. And as soon as he looked at the first draft, he rejected us. He rejected us like 6 times. Go fix this. Chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 9.
Now, was that Captain Dye or was that his wife, Julia?
Dr. Julia and Captain Dye, they work together.
I am probably closer to her than I am with anybody, even Keith. She is like my female bro.
Yeah, she's awesome.
But
She's
she
very
is
smart.
strict when it comes to editing.
Oh, she's very tough. She rejected us like 6 times. I thought that I didn't have a chance to finish this book with my Colonel Moffat. I thought we don't have a history, but the way they put it together, and thanks to you, make the cover more visible, and don't judge a book by the cover.
Yes,
Read
you do. You
inside.
should.
And Captain Dill died. We went all the way down to Hollywood, his house. We got invited, and we had dinner, lunch, 4, 5 times, 6 times. Then he fall in love with my story. Then he put what do you call published it, and we got a gold medal, military suicide, and military nominated, and Tom Hanks endorsed it. Put a blurb.
Yep.
And President Obama, President Bush, Clint Eastwood, Bill Murray, Bruce Willis, Pat Tillman. Pat Tillman died, which is he was before that.
Yeah.
God bless him. Chris Hemsworth. They all endorsed it, and we're ready to make a movie right now. That we call it A Man of Two Worlds, which is Lance Mitchell. He's the producer. He got accepted, and now is already a script, A Man of Two Worlds. And hopefully we're going to finish it next year, shoot it in New Mexico or New Hampshire mountains.
That's fantastic, dude.
Yep. I live in the American dream.
Yeah, you are living the dream, my friend. And I love sharing those moments with you. It's like I get to be a part of it because I'm friends with you. And Stephen, you got anything to ask my friend about his career and the publishing?
Well, honestly, when we last talked, you were in very good spirits. You were sharing your stories and other things, and I'm glad to see you still pushing forward to get that movie done. You look happy. You look healthy. You look paid off by Gerry to come on this show, so I'm glad you can be here.
I share all the videos of his dog.
Yep, Bubba's our dog, the most beautiful dog in the world.
I love those videos. He's so cute, the dog.
But there is a question I did want to ask, though. Like, I know you want to get a film made, but what if you can't get the film? Would you want to have a small mini series? Would you want anything just to get the light of day out there? If you had to get like independent filming done through Indiegogo or something like that?
We already approached the LA funding. They're already in process. I think they put the money together in the next 2 months. And Lance Mitchell is a very popular, famous producer. We already done like 100 movies. His latest movies, The Prey, is coming soon, which is a scary movie. And I had a small part on that too. And for sure, we have a great story. If we didn't have a great story, LA funding was probably reject us. So far, they haven't rejected us yet. If it's the worst coming, we're gonna go independent. We try to go studio first. If it doesn't work, then we go individual, independent, and do a TV show or something, whatever is possible to make my story be in the screen. To be a good example for other Americans.
And the other question is, it's kind of simple. Are you happy?
I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy. There's 110 pages stories. Of course, when you write a script, you have to polish it a little bit here or there. But this guy did such a good job, and Lance Mitchell. And I'm very happy the way the stories go with the flow, I'm very happy with it. And this is my last dream. I've been dreaming to become actor, author, Marines, and have a beautiful life, have a wife, beautiful child. And this is my last dream, which is make my movie become a movie, my story become a movie.
Sounds fantastic.
Should be a graphic novel too. Who said that?
Can you dedicate it to Fat Steven Seagal so Gerry stops stroking his own ego just for like 5 minutes?
Sure.
Thank you.
We have a lot of roles. We have a lot of characters. He can play one of the colonel while I was working Colonel.
I just want to be the cook. I just want to be the cook and protect the stripper and the cake. That's pretty much my go-to.
Sure, we can do that.
Awesome.
Well, since the last time that we talked, what has been a role that you've had that has been the most surprising up to this point, as far as your Hollywood career?
The surprising role, which is I did a Bill Murray, Rock the Casbah. I never played good guy before, and that was my first break, and I got a big role, Rock the Casbah. Bruce Willis, Bill Murray, and it was
Mhm.
very hard for me to deliver that character because I'm always violent, killing, shooting,
Mhm.
suicide bomber, this. Like I say, I was been typecast for a while, which is I don't mind at all. I want to introduce them how evil they are. And yeah, that was a little for me is challenging. And Bill Murray coached me, and he was said, "Tune it down for him, then deliver it." And thanks God to him, King of the Hollywood, Bill Murray, and I delivered it so good. And I'm a father myself too, at home with my daughter Sophia Fazli, which is I'm pretty cool and chill, but it was hard for me to deliver it on the screen in front of the camera. But we did a
Yeah.
good job. We did a good job.
Outstanding.
I have
Hey,
a
I want to
question
welcome
there.
Martin Acosta Santana, Storyman Jack, a fellow military veteran. He is here. Hail. Uh, Deleted
Hail.
Scenes, who's on the show, is also in the chat for some reason because he doesn't have enough to do. Pat, a good friend of ours, held Pat. And let's see. The Geeker, cool. The badass is back. Look at that. Our good friend Jace is in the chat and not on the show for some reason. And of course, one of our favorite people, Mr. Tickle Trunk. Three of my favorite channels are streaming right now. Why do you people do this to me? I'm sorry. We planned this against you. It's a cabal of YouTube channels versus Mr. Tickle Trunk. Thank you for coming on to the show, man. We appreciate you watching. What you need to do is open YouTube in 3 different browsers and just put on the subtitles and turn off the audio and just watch the show. All 3 shows. That way you can enjoy all 3.
That's great.
I'm not telling you how to live your life, Mr. Tickle Trunk, but I'm telling you how to live your life.
I love that.
Fahim, my favorite guest on the channel. Yes, a lot of people have told me that he has been one of their favorites to have on. And because I love Fahim so much, having him back on again is just fun for me. And I was so glad that you didn't start your new movie until Monday. When you told me that, I was like, yay, we got Fahim.
Yeah, I'm working this TV show, actually. I apologize. That wasn't a movie. TV show is called Bosch. Bosch.
Oh, Bosch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the final season. We got more coming?
No, it's called a spin-off. Bosch is spin-off, and which is working Monday, which is and guess what? That's the first time I'm working as a translator in Hollywood, as a character of translator. Which is when I was in Marine, and I was saying, wow, I can do this because I was a translator for Marines. Now I have a character for Bosch spin-off, which is going to be a great show.
Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, I kind of got iffy when I heard the first part trans. I'm like, oh no, you're gonna get the Black Widow treatment later. And I was just like, oh, okay, that was already. I'm already pretty mentally trained. Oh crap! It's like,
no, my character is a translator for Marine, which is a spin-off.
I think that's great. Playing pretty much yourself. Well, that's half of Hollywood. Their movie stars aren't really good actors; they just play themselves, and that's it. But you, on the other hand, my friend, you can act. I've seen it.
I've been lying to my dad when I was a kid. That's why I'm a good actor.
you can lie to your parents. You can lie.
I want to ask you something on a personal note. I don't know if you can say anything, but when I heard that there was going to be a spinoff, I was like, because I love Bosch. It was one of my favorite shows. I was pissed they ended it. Is he going to be in it? Is he a prevalent character?
No, he's in it.
Then I'll tune in because I fucking love his character. I'm assuming that they're going to make it about his daughter.
I'm not supposed to give away this what do you call, but I will help you up. I was with him. I mean, he's a great character.
I love him as an actor. Yeah, he is.
There you go.
So freaking awesome. Send that to me so I can share it.
I shot it. Lock of his hair.
I shot it 4 days ago, and I'm shooting again Monday.
Oh, brother, that is so awesome. Send me that.
Congratulations
on Facebook, dude, and I'll share it. That's great.
Sure. I'll do it right now.
Looking forward to seeing this.
It's going to be good. It's a great show.
Do you know what episode you're in?
107.
The 7th episode.
Wow.
Okay.
1 of
That's
7.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, they've got 6 episodes in the can. That's awesome.
Yeah. Titus is an incredible actor.
Yes, he is.
He's a
And
great actor.
He has actually made an appearance without permission in 2 of my comics. I've used his face a couple times because I like his face so much.
And we'll see what happens. Hopefully, they pick it up for the next season. This is season 1, and they're gonna release it in March. We'll see what happens.
Wow.
We have 1 more day shooting. That's it. Monday is gonna be the last one.
Oh man, that's great.
Wow.
Got anything else on the horizon, my friend?
I have 4 more untitled right now. Ollie was so scared. They don't mention the name of the show or TV or movie. They write it untitled. I say, which movie I'm working? They won't tell us. They say, okay, untitled. All I do is sign the contract. That's it. We have 4 more coming up.
That's great. Hey, if you look at the screen, you can read Mr. Tickletrunk's
Don't
comment.
do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hey, send him a lock of your hair. He wants to clone you to make a best friend.
Let's make his own little Palpatine.
It's fine.
Yeah, Deanna can't be. I was so upset because she has to work today that I was wanting her to be on the show with us today so she can finally meet you.
Oh, she's awesome. She had me on Facebook, and I accept her right away because I
And
know she was your
you know
wife.
what? She was banned for 24 hours yesterday because we're working out together. I'm weight training again, like I used to, and it's kind of nice. I'm feeling the old me coming back, and in the middle of this, she posted a comment on my Facebook page. She says, "Yeah, I'm going to have to start beating him off with a stick." Meaning, the women or something that will come after me. And they took that as a violent threat and banned her. It's a turn of phrase. It's a turn of phrase. I know.
It's a turn of the switch.
Yeah, it's like, oh my fucking God, they banned my wife. Okay, so.
Oh my God.
So, but she's back on today, so I think she's watching right now. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
I'm glad you friended her because she's got the biggest fan crush on you.
I totally have a lot of respect for her because a man like you to be her husband, and you guys, I can see you guys are a great family. I can see that.
I love her daughter, and they love my daughter, so we all get along.
Perfect.
Pretty good.
That's supposed to be.
And I'm going to be including you, by the way, in our Christmas card list. So I need to talk to you after the show because we're going to do a Christmas photo this year.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. So
beautiful. As I have a little good news too. I've been dating Michelle for 3 years, and mother of my child, Amy, we were together for 20 years. We ended up peacefully, and the reason because when I came back from Afghanistan, I had a PTSD. There was all my PTSD caused problem. And she's coming on Christmas Eve. We all celebrated together. Michelle, Amy, and Sophie. Well, as a one family, hang out together.
Wow!
I know it's impossible in America to bring your ex or your daughter get along, your new girlfriend, but I made it happen. If I made it happen in Hollywood and Marines, this, I can make this happen. I will. I did it. And
that's fantastic. That's really good news.
There's 3 simple words. There's 3 simple words. Menage a trois. And I'm taking that from Seinfeld. I'm taking that from Seinfeld. It's a Seinfeld joke. It's a Seinfeld joke. Come on. Everyone knows I'm not serious. Back of the head, skipping the memory.
Mr. Tickletrunk says, in all seriousness, Fahim's a really good interviewee. I'm just happy someone with such an interesting life is willing to talk about it, unlike Gerry. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mr. Tickletrunk.
And I have one more good news. We just finished my second book, Blood and Family, which is fiction, fiction, I apologize. Fiction, which is the greatest story, which is what I saw in Afghanistan. You remember the team Blackwater was going to Afghanistan, Iraq. Yeah. They did a lot of damage. They give the American name bad names, and they give the what they call Marines and Army bad names.
Yeah, those Blackwater mercs, man.
Yeah, and what I put it together, what kind of damage they did, and I put it to polish a little bit. This great book.
Is it published yet, or
we working on it to publish it? we're
Look,
working.
I don't care if you got funding. I'll do the book cover if you want me to do
Oh,
it.
that'd be awesome. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome. If you,
You
I'm
just
honored.
you just owe
I'm
me a
honored to be.
big old smooch is all you owe me.
I'll take you the red carpet for Posh. Posh.
Oh, hey, another friend of ours is here, Brett Cohen. Good day, mate. He's over down in Australia,
Oh,
where apparently water flows backwards. It's an evil place, I hear. It's because they took the land from the Aborigines. And as an American, I feel I have the right to say that.
Jesus.
Good day, Brett. I'm glad you're here, buddy.
good.
Mr. Tickle Trunk, that's so good. Your family is all getting along.
Yep.
See, master negotiator right there. That he's right. What did I say about Fahim before the show? To Keith, I said he is one of the most diplomatic people I've ever met.
If I made it happen between Marines and Taliban, I can make it happen between my mother of my child and my girlfriend. They're both
Amen.
beautiful people. I mean,
Amen.
Michelle is a sweetheart. She's from Chicago. What a great person she is. And Amy, my mother and my child, the most beautiful person in the world. And I have a beautiful daughter. Why, if I can make a peace between Taliban and Marines, do you think I cannot make a peace here in my home? I can do it.
You can do it. I believe in you, Fahim.
Everything's possible.
You and Mikey Sutton are the two people I believe in. You don't know who he is, but Keith knows who I'm talking about. Because I've always said I believe in Mikey Sutton. And Mikey Sutton is one of the preeminent scoop guys in Hollywood. He's been in the Hollywood industry for 37 years and as a writer, columnist, and working in the studio system. And he's so networked. And if you've never watched one of our scoop shows, I love doing his scoops. They're really good things. And of course, I do want to point out that Mr. Tickle Trunk says Australia is a land of criminals and poison. Never go there. I turned down a job from Microsoft Australia when I found out, this is back in the 90s, they wanted to hire me as an artist. And I looked at how many deadly things are in Australia. And I went, I will never fucking go to your country. No, thank you.
Actually, I work with Chris Hemsworth. He was the nicest guy. The movie 12 is Strong.
Yes,
he was the
good
sweetest
film,
man.
If nobody's ever watched it, God damn it, watch that movie.
It's great movie and true story.
Chris was good in it, but my God, there was this Afghani actor that was in there, just amazing.
What'd you say? What'd you say? Can you repeat yourself? Can you repeat yourself, please?
No, I won't. No, it's a great fucking film, dude. I love that film.
Have you seen the comedian? What's his name? The terrorist, Ahmed the terrorist. I kill you. I kill me. I kill you.
Silence! I kill you.
No, I kill me. I kill you.
Where's your son? He's over there, up there, and over there.
Do you want to hear?
You know, the thing that really surprises people with you is you've got like a great sense of humor, man. I
love life.
I think that was one thing that was pointed out to me, probably more than anybody, was your sense of humor. They would just mention, like, God, he was really funny. I know.
Do you want to hear the funny? Do you want to hear the funny? Yep. It's so funny when people see me in Orange County. I live in Dana Point, Orange County. When I walk around, people joke around and say, Fahim, I love you in person, but I don't like you on TV or movie. You're the most dangerous looking guy in the world. But then I'll go to sit in a coffee shop, the Arbor, Dana Point. I'm always funny, tell jokes and stuff like that. You have Bill Murray. He's I'll take it back. Most of comedians, they come in from a lot of anger to become a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
And mine's the opposite way.
Yeah.
Pain and anger. Mine's the opposite. Mine's comedian live and dangerous in a movie and TV.
Yes.
So
you were, God gifted you with the ability to look really fucking scary when you need to.
Thanks to my mom. Thank you, Mom. But do you want to hear the other funny things we were watching the other day? One of my movie is called Fort Bliss. and I blow up myself. And guess what my lady said? Honey, how does it feel when you blow up yourself? And I look at her. Are you fucking serious?
What? Hey, our Limey friend hasn't said anything so far. Are you even here right now?
Of course, I mate. I just haven't had the time to say anything, but now that you have given me the chance to do it, I'd like to ask Fahim for this new movie that is, about real life situation, right? Your life and everything, Fahim. Do you think that is going to be anything that you might find difficult to talk about in the film with the audience, for example? Like you say, how can we really convey this emotion that was involved in this situation to the audience? Because of course, many of the things that you have done are completely unknown to other people. So do you think that there are some parts, some bits that might get difficult to translate for people to understand?
Yes and no, but we try to make it all English, not subtitles and other things. Now, American and Australian, British, they're very smart. Getting smarter about the cultures, different region, Afghanistan, India, or South Asia, Central Asia, Iraq. People will pick it up. And if you watch the Kite Runner, the movie Kite Runner, have you read the book Kite Runner?
Yes.
Yeah, this is going to be exactly the same. And my story is more motivation, positive energy, hope. My story is more hope.
That
If
is
I was a
great.
young, a ninth grade educated Afghan, when the Russian 1979 invade Afghanistan, couldn't finish my career because couldn't finish school, actually, not over in career. And I came in this beautiful country, land of opportunity, to follow my dream to become an actor, become an author, become a Marine, become a motivational speaker. If I can do it with ninth grade education, and anybody can do it with our degrees, but the degrees is good to have a piece of paper on the wall, frame it. But if you don't have the drive, that's going to be the problem. Yeah, my story is going to be very simple, very nice, and very people lost their hope. You have to understand, there's a lot of Australian, a lot of American, a lot of, a modern country, they complain about their life. They don't know what's a complaint. Complain if we don't have electricity, water, a fridge, food. That's called complaint. People been shot. People have handicap living in third world country. So far, our story is going to be very simple and very honest and very straightforward. And I'm pretty sure American will pick it up as a hope. Everything everything is possible.
That sounds great.
God, I'm humbled by being your friend, but I'm also very fucking proud of you, dude. I really am.
Thank you. Gerry, don't forget this. American very spoiled with respect. Americans very spoiled. You guys have electricity, you have a water, you have a microwave, you have this, you have a shower, hot shower, cold shower. How many tennis shoes you guys have? How many jeans do you guys have? You have to. My movie, my story is going to explain to people. Do not take it for granted, and you always have a hope. And I'm pretty positive. Lance Michu, if he didn't like the story, he will probably never gonna touch the story. And he already accepted, and he was already processing. And I have a good hope, and I have good belief this movie is gonna happen.
Well, I want to tell you, we believe in it, and we want to follow the story all along as it's going. So I'm going to actually commit myself to having you on every few weeks, just so we can check for updates.
Thank you. Thank you very
see
much.
how things are going, and of course, to have you on is just fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
I had a Pakistani officer that trained with me in the Army. And she used to say something that just cracked me up, and I want to share it with you.
Sure.
She would get so annoyed when everybody would start talking to each other during breaks. And we'd be in the CTA, that it's a covered training area, and stay out of the rain and the sun. And we were just talking, and she would come out and she'd go, "You need to stop with the chittering and the chattering." And I'm like, "What the fuck is chittering and chat? You mean chit chat?"
If you think about British, Australian, and Indian, they speak the proper English because they got their English from England.
Yes, I
American
understand they don't know how to pronounce aluminum.
You see,
aluminum.
so it's your problem that you don't understand
I
it.
knew he was going to say something. I knew you were going to say something. I'm sorry, I can't help it, Fahim. I'm kind of a dick.
Yeah, because American put a lot of slang in it, a lot of slang. I was when I was working, I was patrolling with this Marine colonel. He had an accent from Texas or somewhere. He was saying, "I don't know." I said, "Hold on, I need a translator for translate." I don't understand. He was tobacco,
Tobacco is what, yeah.
I said,
Or as I
"Sir,
refer to
hold
as
on,
a
I need a
mouthful of
translator."
shit.
Yeah.
Well, let's go into that because I've wanted to talk to you if you know from your experiences. 'Cause I know you're in combat, and what were the impacts on your life, and how did you walk away? Because a lot of my friends, especially my combat vet friends, have PTS or PTSD. There is a difference between the two. Were you impacted that way?
Like earlier I mentioned, of my 20 years relationship with my mother of my child, Amy. When I
Mhm.
came back, they diagnosed, they figure out I have a PTS, not PTSD, which is I was getting a little very organized, put everything online, and that's the only problem caused in my life. I lost my friend, my best friend, and mother of my child. I didn't lose her; we don't living in the same roof anymore, and that was the first damage. And later on, the good point of have a PTS. I filter a lot of freeloaders, friends that was around me. I got rid of them a lot. Even my family, some of them was use me because I'm a Hollywood actor. I should pay for dinner. I should pay for this, for this. Yeah, and every dinner we go, and as soon as the bills come in, they're all using restroom or they're stretching their pocket or look in their wallet. And I was so kind and I was so nice, and I was pay for it because I'm a Hollywood actor. That means my money's growing in my backyard and the trees, that's how they taught. And I cleaned it up that part too, and I got rid of them. And other good things happened to me. I understand how much value I have, how much I appreciate this country, more appreciate about this country. And I learned more about my Marines, my Army, when I was working with them. And there was a good lesson, and only one uh, incident happened. I'm not together with mother of my child on the same roof, but we still friend. We love each other. We care about each other, and thanks God, I have the other most beautiful person in the world, Michelle Walters, my girlfriend, and we all get along. We're everything beautiful, and now I don't have any big violent or try to kill myself and stuff like that. And I'm not on that level, which is a lot of Marines and Army. They kill 20, 25 Marines killed themselves a month, which is a base here in Oceanside next to me. I'm always get report by that. And I did talk to a lot of Marines before they shoot themselves, kill themselves. As a matter of fact, a month ago, one of them called me. He was very depressed, and a week ago, I found out he shot himself.
Mm.
And
Mm.
yeah, PTSD is more dangerous than PTS. I think I had a PTS, and I control it, and I fixed it, and I work on myself. That was only
Well,
one negative
that's the
part.
problem with so many people is they don't understand how PTS or PTSD works. Hollywood is really misguided people.
Right,
And a majority of the most successful veterans I know have one or the other. And
right,
what they did is what you're doing, learning to focus and use it properly and um, let it be something good in their life rather than something destructive.
But I got a lot of direction. They say, Fahim, you should go get money, collect money, this. And I'm saying I'm not a freeloader. I don't want to label myself as a PTSD or PTS. I just fought it, and I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of it. I'm not focusing what I did in the past and in Afghanistan, what I saw, what I did, and which is on my watch when I was doing with my translation. Nobody got injured, and I'm so honored I came back as one piece, and then of course there was a lot of attempt to get killed. A lot of snipers shot at me, and an IED blew up on me. A lot of dead body I see there, but only one thing I affect me where mother and my child were not together, which is maybe was a good for both of us. And life go on, and I'm not focusing about the past. I'm focusing on the future.
Yeah, very much. Now, Tickle Trunk wants to know where to buy your books. One place you can go directly is this one. I'm sharing the link right now.
Amazon.
It's warriorspublishing.com. And that is Dale Dye's publishing division.
Right.
And the book is in there, but you can also find it on Amazon.
Amazon and
Goodreads. It's on
FahimSpeaks.com.
Goodreads, Barnes & Noble. Because Warrior Publishing distributes to all of the major book sales. And the book is called Fahim Speaks. It's got amazing artwork on the cover with that beautiful face.
Thank you for making me more ugly.
You're not ugly, my brother. You were handsome as shit. Warriors Publishing. Go check out all their books there, man. And thank you for asking that, Mr. Tickle Trunk. I do want to point out something real quick, just for fun. Your first appearance in my book is right here.
Yep. Jabari.
And Captain Jabari. It's a flashback scene from the guy who lost his leg in combat.
Right.
And of course, we open with this great shot of the helicopters, him remembering, and then we cut down there, and boom, there you are.
Right. You see, you're good. You're so good, man. You're awesome. I like that. Yeah.
And you named the character too, and I love that. You gave the character a name because originally it was more of a I don't know what to call it, a Pakistani name.
Right.
And you gave him the name Jabari because Jabari has meaning. Yep. And I forget, what was the meaning of Jabari? You told me.
Jabari, wider.
Yeah. So there you go. And let's move into now the last half of the show, because I know you got to go at the top of the hour. You have another interview with more important people than us.
No, you're more important. Actually, I'm doing table reading with the Posh. I'm doing table reading. Yeah, I'm doing it on Amazon. We have to read all these pages right here. I have to table. You know, we used to go table reading. You know what table reading is?
Yeah. I've done quite a few.
And now we all get in the Zoom and we do table reading.
Yeah, I like doing table reads because it kind of harkens back to old time radio.
Yeah.
Where you're just saying the lines, you're reading them with effect, but there's no movement. You're just sitting around a table reading this. You've got a character, you're playing your character at the table. And we do it on Sundays every once in a while. Tom from Midnight's Edge and Jesse and the group of us, we get together, and what we like to do is, and I should invite you to do it for fun. I think you would enjoy it, where we grab a script that was written but never shot, like the 1983 Batman script.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And I was Commissioner Gordon in it, and it's so much fun to do it, especially when you got people that actually know how to read. There's a lot of them, like Jesse. I love Jesse, and he doesn't know how to read. But he's fun to work with. I love all those guys. But table reads are good. Now for this table read, is this for something?
For a TV show, Posh.
Oh, this is for what's coming. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, Monday. I'm shooting it Monday.
So you're doing a table read of what you're doing on Monday. Gotcha.
Right.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. Fuck this show. Yeah. Get over there and do that one. But hey, Steven, you got anything else you want to add before we move on to the next part?
You suck.
Everybody knows that. Come on, dude.
Great ending.
No, I'm actually enjoying this, man. Like it's great to hear that his family is respectable and they can hang out and get together and just current and recent and like it's nice to hear some positive stories going on when we lately get whether it's a news feed, a YouTube feed of just constant either depicting stuff, changing. It's nice to hear a refresher where I'm not feeling like I'm being drowned in drama, wokeness, and other crap. It's like talking to you, hearing you talk. It's like hearing the 90s come back, except less George Bush.
And it's good lesson for the kids around me. I have 21 years old. This is going to be, she see her dad is not a violent towards her mom. And her mom's love me. I love her. And my new girlfriend, Michelle, we all love each other. We should all get along. I mean, I know some of you guys have issues with exes and stuff like that, but it's hard. Sometimes it's very hard to bring family together.
I know you're directing that at me, Fahim. Thanks.
No. I don't know. I don't know about how peaceful you are with your ex or not, but that's not my business. But I want to share this.
I don't even talk to. I have one ex that I'm still friends with to this day because she's
perfect.
She's such an awesome person. She had a huge impact on me. She's why I went into the medical field.
Perfect.
And but anyway, let's move to the next part of this, which is I want to talk about the impact of going back to Afghanistan with the Marines. How you felt about that? Were you scared? Did you feel like a milk bucket under a bowl, out of place, or did you get right back into it?
Okay, when I left Afghanistan in 1979, I apologize. When the Russian invaded Afghanistan in 1979, I was 12 years old, and my mom left with my two sisters and brother. They have to escape because my mom was a midwife for the president of Afghanistan. My dad was the president of National Bank. And we have to get divided, a family, because we don't want the KGB knows we're escaping. And we left Afghanistan. They left first, and 5 years later, we got together. And it was very emotional for me because I didn't see my mom for 5 years. So it's the age of 12. By the time I get refugee,
I know there's a lot of misunderstandings too, because
one of the vicious uncle and aunt tell my mom we all got killed, and my father by Russian, and my dad got married a young woman. I mean, I don't want to complain what happened with my past, but has a bright future, which is I went to back in Afghanistan in 2009 with U.S. Marine, and I was getting a little flashback of my when I was 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I was fought against the Russian go there bases, selling American T-shirt, trade American T-shirt. Muhammad Ali or somebody was famous, and I was trading for supply, and I was going to sell the supply to the freedom fighters and stores this. But yeah, it was a little affect me because Afghanistan go back to Stone Age when the time we grew up was a kingdom, everything modern, women was a skirt and man with suits, and we go 100 years behind. And the other things was as a culture technical advisor language, I was been telling my Captain Benson, Staff Sergeant Cook, Lieutenant General Mills, General Nicholson, you guys helping the wrong people, the wrong government, which is for 20 years, they've been lying to American and took advantage of American financial. We spent $3 trillion in Afghanistan. And after 20 years, we handed back to the Taliban. Why? Because we had we were supporting the crap government. And never forget that when we were patrolling, one of the truck pulled over. He said, tell your commander, this Afghan government bribing, asking for money from Helmand province to all the way down Kabul. that poor guy has to pay every checkpoint, bribing them to pass the truck as a fruit or apple or banana, whatever. Yes, that was my concern. American will leave one day, and I'm so glad I pay my dues for both country, which is um, when my watch nobody get killed, and I bring water, bring electricity, and bring clinic for the village with my translation. And we did help a lot of Afghans, but we did help the crap government, which is that's why they, as soon as the Taliban took over, and we did talk to him in Qatar, doing President Trump and President Obama, President Biden, and we have to bring somebody strong and powerful control this region, which is right now Taliban has been already 3 months. No bribing, no killing, no kidnapping, no raping. If you rape, if you kidnap, you hijack, or do anything, they hang you. That's it. No tax money. They don't want to waste their money. And I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I'm part of being Marines and DoD Department of Defense. And I'm so glad I call myself, I did something for this country.
Amen. Amen. God love you, man. I think
Thank
you're
you.
just such a. I tell people all the time, and in fact, I said it to Deanna. Oh, and by the way, Deanna says love right there. Deanna sent that
Thank
to you.
you. Love too.
And for some reason, Brett's hitting on my wife, or no, who was it? Somebody. Oh, deleted scene, you fucker, hitting on my wife.
Hey, what?
But I was just talking to her about how the greatest Americans that I've ever met weren't in the service, but were people who worked their asses off to become citizens.
Yeah.
They know more about our American history. They know more about the functions of this country and why things work the way they do than anybody just walking around the streets, just living in like you said, they're spoiled and live this life. They don't know how lucky they are. And you and so many people like you who come to this country and want to become citizens and go through the process of just everything. I mean, you
follow the rules,
obey the laws and the rules. And when you see people trying to circumvent that, it is such an insult to people like yourself, Fahim.
Mm-hmm.
Every single immigrant who did it correctly and obeyed the law, that is an insult to them when they do that.
Right.
So,
I mean, if you come to right here on Irvine, all the Asian, the industry, the Irvine, all clean. They have a business, and if you go to Greek community, they're all clean, nice. They open a business. They work hard. I mean, with respect, with not all Americans not appreciate. Most of you guys do appreciate. Some of Americans don't appreciate. Why they can go to living in Afghanistan, Iraq, or Africa or South America for 2 months to understand the value of this country.
Yeah, and I don't know what you meant, Pat. It's just one word, insult. I'm not sure what you meant by that, buddy. He's a patriot, so I'm sure it was something. And of course, let's see. So South Humor, Mr. Tickle Trunk says, "Wow," because I think he's really blown away by you, Fahim. I really do. I think everybody is.
Thank you.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good American. They go fight for this country. I mean, you don't have to go fight. Just pay your dues as respect for the law.
Yeah, there are many ways to serve your country. There are many ways. Military is not the only way.
No, military is not everything. Go to war. That's not the answer.
The military is really for a special group of people who are willing to put their life on the line. And don't just do it because you want that free fucking college. I met a lot of those guys, and the minute we started to go to war, they were like, "I want out. Can I leave? I just came for the education." It's like, and I just kind of shrugged. I said, "Look, man, you're gonna die sometime. You may as well die doing something for your country. Fuck it."
No, actually, when I joined the Department of Defense, when they branched me with first with the Army and then with the Marines, I didn't go to fight. I want to go bring a peace. If you translate between two different cultures, bring a peace, that's a lot. And my watch, my language, I save people on both sides. and I'm proud of it. I work with both.
Well, yeah, because you
sides.
represent two cultures,
Yep.
and you did it with great honor. Now, I am curious, what was the process like before you have to leave? Because we're getting close to the time you got to go.
Sure.
What was the process like of how did you even start the process to become an interpreter?
As DoD Department of Defense, you apply and they can check your background. They came to my coffee shop. They go through my bank account. They go through my credit score. Do you know how they judge you? What's your FICO score? If your FICO score is clear and they check all your credit card payment, they will know if you're a trustworthy person.
That's interesting.
And, yeah,
because I know that with my background checks, they always check my credit.
Yeah, they do. If they your credit, of course, I don't have a felony on criminal record, and they check everything. Make sure I was working with generals, colonels, commanders. Make sure they put me with the right. If you have a criminal record or other stuff, that you're not qualified at all.
No, God, it's so great that you did that. You
I'm
left
glad.
your job in Hollywood to go serve your country.
Yeah.
Both countries.
And not both countries. I would never say I'm African American. Afghanistan is my birth country. America is my adopted country. That's why I respect this flag, and that's why I respect both countries. I cannot deny where I was born.
Teddy Roosevelt once said there's no such thing as a hyphenated American. You're either an American or you're not. It doesn't matter where you originated; it's where you are that matters. Yeah. And I always loved that about Teddy, and his comments were directed at Italian and Irish Americans. He was talking to the Catholic community of New York when he was talking about that. But the fact is, I think it's as important today that be a citizen, be a good citizen of your country,
good man,
and be a good person, and most of all, be a good family man.
Yep.
And you are all of those. You're a good citizen.
Thank you.
A good
I'm
man,
still working on myself, but Gerry, whoever says I'm perfect, they're wrong. I'm still learning. I'm still walking. I'm still trying to learn more and more and more. My mom says, as soon as you say you know enough, you don't know enough.
Exactly. Oh, I see Kaylee is here. Hi, Kaylee. I want to tell you that I agree with you 100% because every day I try to be less of a dick. And it's a struggle. It is a struggle because I am notoriously a fucking dick. And I just say things that are funny, but they're often mean. People are like, dude. And I'm like, it was funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's humanly possible for me to be mean to you. I don't think I could ever do it.
No,
I like and respect you so damn much. And that eyebrow scares the shit out of me, dude.
I'll come after you. I'll get you. I'll get you with the love.
Before you go, Keith, guys, do you guys have last thing you want to say to Fahim before he goes?
I had a quick question, if you don't mind.
Sure. No problem.
Fahim, pleasure meeting you. And thank you very much for your service to this country.
Thank you.
And forgive me if this question's been asked and answered previously. When did you first decide to pursue acting? Was that something that you always wanted to do, or did you meet someone from Hollywood along the way who said, hey, maybe I ought to give this a try?
When I was 12 years old, actually younger than that, I wrote myself a 6 question. Who am I? Who I want to be? What I want to be? What's my dream? What's my passion? That 6 question was in my back of my head, but until 18, 19, I came to America, I reviewed those questions again. Who I want to be, who I am, where I want to be. And I followed those 6 questions, and always I want to be in front of the camera. I want to express my feeling in front of the camera, because when I was younger, I was always afraid of my father, afraid of my teacher. And I was lying. And I'm saying, I can't wait one day I tell the truth to myself. And I start fall in love with acting. I used to be influenced by Charles Bronson, which is American movie, used to come to Afghanistan, subtitle and Afghani. And I used to influence by Indian movie. And I'm always back of my mind. I want to be in front of people. I want to make people happy. I want to make people laugh. I want to express my feeling, who I am. And thanks to America, thanks to Ronald Reagan, thanks to American churches, give me the opportunity to come to this beautiful country as a refugee, asylum refugee. And I'll be honest with you, if I was living in Afghanistan, probably get killed by Russian or later on by Taliban. And I appreciate this country so much. I follow my dream. I reach my dream, and I became a better father, better person, and better who I found all these 6 questions. Now I know who I am.
That's fantastic, dude. I'm always happy and humbled when you come on the show, and
thank you.
I look forward to doing it again in a few weeks and having you
very
back on,
much.
checking on updates, see how things are going.
Thank you. Thank you.
But Kez, I want you to be a regular on my show. This show.
I hope I'm not gonna bore you guys with the same story, but I have a
never
lot of new stories.
Because there's so many more questions I want to ask, but we're out of time, and I know you got to go.
Thank you.
But I am curious, and I hope one day I get to see you dancing in a fucking Bollywood film.
That'd be good. Party.
I'm serious, dude. I would fucking love to see you do it. I love how Bollywood will do that. They'll have this action movie that will break into a villain dancing. Everybody's dancing and singing. I'm like, fuck, this is amazing.
Yeah. I love it. I love
it too. Well, I want to thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, all of you guys. And
Fat
hopefully,
Steven, deleted scene.
Thank you.
Viking at a time, and of course my partner Keith up above me there, and we all appreciate you being here. We're going to stick around and talk for a few more minutes, but you get out of here and get to your
Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. Love you, brother.
Thank you.
So, oh shit, big black guy. Hold on, can't have that.
There's always room for that.
God, I love him as a guest. He is just so fucking amazing.
He is. He's cool.
My face gets sore because I smile so much while he's talking. I adore him.
Which means that you're a grumpy old man all the time.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, the very first time I ever talked to him was over the phone. And I can't even remember how the conversation we got started to talk. I had just finished doing the cover art for his stuff. I read his book, and I'm like, I think I just said, that's a really great book, dude. I love your story. Right. And next thing you know, we're on the phone, and he's calling me, hey, boss. And I'm like, I'm not your boss. But then I went, oh, it's a colloquial thing, way of speaking. Got it. Okay. And I love it more when he says friend. He says, how are you, my friend? I love that. And Purple, why the fuck aren't you ever on our show? God, this sausage party gets so exhausting. I definitely, by the way, Cameron Pasha has challenged me to make sure that there are some females when we have him on next. So please, Purple, come back. We missed you. I would love to have you and a couple other females that are great interviewers to be on here. One of them I know will never be on here as a panelist, and Steven knows who she is. She just doesn't have time, and I get it. But the person you work with, silly.
I can ask her.
You can if you want. I just assume she's just busy, and I don't want to bug her.
That's the biggest problem. That's the same thing why people don't invite me on shit, because they assume I'm busy rather than just fucking ask them.
Well, don't yell at me. I always ask.
No, I'm being laid out straight, Gerry. You have all these balls. You have these giant ass balls to talk all this shit to us. But oh no, Lorena might be too busy for the podcast.
Well, I know she's always doing stuff with
me.
She's either doing her show or she's doing Midnight Edge.
And what's the worst thing she's gonna say if you reach out to her? What's the worst thing she's gonna say, Gerry?
No, I don't mind rejection. I've been.
Then why haven't you reached out?
I've been rejected by women since 1979. So
I don't want to read that encyclopedia of depression. I really don't.
No, it's not depressing. I think it's funny. I think that I got one of the funniest was at this club, and this girl just was kind of shitty to me. She was no,
but that's the thing.
So I said, "Hold on, there's more to this."
I don't want to read about your sexual.
I said out loud, $50. I'm not paying you $50. Jesus Christ,
Gary, the checkout clerk at Walmart is not a hooker.
Jesus Christ. And we're canceled.
Oh, come on. That was a good one. That was a good one. But what I'm saying before.
Piss off and don't ever talk to me again.
And I'm not trying to be a dick. This is not a dick thing. A lot of people assume they're always busy because people perceive them as always busy. The worst thing that can always happen is someone says, no, let's reschedule. And they will try to work something around that. Perfectly fine, right? You think you hate it when I'm talking logic. You just want to be fat thief and bad pun joke here. Bad pun joke there. Well, shove it, mister.
All right. Hey, you got Deanna laughing.
Good.
Gary, assume makes an arse out of you and me. Look, man, I don't mind if the English or the Irish or the Aussies or New Zealanders adopt Americanisms. But you cannot say assume and arse. It doesn't fucking work.
Don't assume here.
Ass.
It's arse.
You make an ass out of you and me, not art. Fuck you, Brett.
It's arsume. It's arsume. It's French. It's arsume.
Oh, I saw you say it down there. Good eye, mate.
Good day, arsume. Arsume, you say? Keith is like, these are not my friends for the next 30 seconds.
I'm always looking forward to seeing when Brett or Mr. Tickle Truck get on. The rest of you people can fuck off. No,
he only wants people that will kiss his ass. Got it.
It's we always have a good chat. Oh, I saw your comment, dude. What the fuck? We got botted again.
By what?
Look how many people are watching right now.
I can't tell because I don't usually turn your channel on my YouTube. I'm kidding.
233 watching right now.
No.
No, that's great.
That's not normal.
Thrill. I think that's botting. I think it happens every once in a while. We get these bots like this. But we haven't gotten in any trouble. So maybe they're not bots. I don't know what's going on.
It says 233 because I got 310.
I've got
206 and they're leaving.
In this case, it was Australian. Brett's is an Aussie, so he got it. And what did he say? Okay.
That's how they get people demonetized, Gary.
Well, thank God I don't monetize the show.
No, your channel, not your stream.
Yeah, I don't monetize. I mean, we're monetized, but we don't. I don't ever make any of the shows monetized. Oh yeah.
Is it because I said hooker or Walmart?
Backdoor. Well, that's because Kyle's not here and Six isn't here.
What are they going to do? Tell the bots to stop?
No, they do. I'm talking to Dust Wolfen. He's his backdoor Gerry thing. They're the ones doing that shit.
He does like it in the back door, especially at Wendy's.
That pinky, man, that's the biggest it can be.
Yeah.
All right. So, what were your favorite moments talking with Fahim today? Let's start with you, Viking at a time.
I liked when he was talking about his project, that project about his, life. I mean, he's had a very interesting life, that fella. And
amazing, yeah.
Amazing. And I think there's going to be a great project, that one, and I really, really am looking forward to watching it,
I recommend everybody on the panel and everybody watching, read Fahim Speaks. It is a wonderfully beautiful book about his life, the challenges he met, and the challenge that he set forth to become, an American citizen and serving the United States and his country in the military by becoming an interpreter and an ambassador. He really was, because that's part of the job of Terps. We call them Terps in the military. is not just to interpret what's going on here, but to help facilitate communication.
Yeah.
And he's very good at it. And you can see it in the way he speaks. I think he's fucking brilliant. And he's, he brags about only having ninth grade education. The fact is he's actually very well read.
Mm-hmm.
He continued his private personal education. What?
I have a public service announcement. For those 300 people watching, can you hit the like button at least so we can at least ratio ourselves?
Yeah,
properly?
motherfuckers. You just come on here to what's going on? Fuck you. Like it and subscribe. You
or dislike it.
Well, you got to find it now. Good luck with that. It's like finding my penis.
Where are you going to
It's
find
still
it?
there. I can still see all the dislikes and like buttons.
Yeah.
Really? Because they disappeared on my screen.
They're still on my screen.
All I see is the like.
Bro, I can see it right now and click both. Look, it's going up. It's going down.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying I can't.
Why can I? I guess Canada.
Stop arguing with me over things we're not supposed to.
Listen here, go back to Walmart and ask for another $50. I didn't know it came with Cheetos.
Look at Keith trying to be or pretending to be upset.
Keith, I'm sorry, but you deal with this with Babylon 5 a lot less. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, sweetheart, you are never backdooring me. I am not one of those guys.
While he's away.
What's that called? Pegging? Yes. No thanks. Yeah. The only pegging I'm interested in is Peggy from Married with Children.
Married with Children.
Yep.
Peggy Bundy?
Peg Bundy. She's yummy.
Ew.
Oh, hey, Zacharat. What's up,
Purple
man?
can see both.
Howdy to you, our friend. How are you doing? Glad you dropped in. Hail to Zacharat. Yep. And Purple says, I have both. So that's interesting. They're saying that they're doing away with it, but what they're doing is they're hiding it behind something. You have to click further to get to the dislike button is what they're doing. That's what I read. I read the fucking article. That it's still there. They're just hiding it and making it harder to get to.
Yeah. And all this only because Star Wars channels are just in the dump.
Yeah, the Star Wars, all the movie studios are pissed that when they put out something that's woke and stupid, they get a lot of dislikes.
Yeah,
that's what
they did that shit to themselves.
It would be the logical
it's nothing about protecting us. They don't give two shits about independent creators like our show, Midnight's Edge. I mean, they fucking shut Tom's channel down.
Yeah, because of the streaming of the music.
We're protecting you. Fuck you.
Let's say radio. And it's just stupid.
Wait, the Mead Radio is gone?
No, they didn't they didn't take down Mead Radio. They took Mead down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got 2 strikes because of the karaoke, yeah.
Yeah, he got strikes for the karaoke thing. But they didn't take down the channel.
Are you trying to say that Tom's not original? That he steals?
Are you trying to imply that we're assholes? We don't take your job.
I had fun last night. They had a really good show last night. They had Robert Meyer Burnett on. And my favorite moment, if you haven't seen it, Keith, Kyle's working on a cut of it, of them talking about me on the show last night.
Well, they did it more than once because I was at the very beginning of the show. I came in. I mean, I didn't come in. I mean, I was part of the group.
That's the problem with you. You're always coming.
Oh, man.
And sometimes you come hard.
You keep giving him the lines, man.
He fucking said it on his show. Steve was supposed to record that shit. It was funny.
Yeah, but I have integrity.
I don't. He's got integrity. Farms is what you got.
Damn right. We on this show, you need it.
We help you misremember. But yeah, it was kind of fun talking to him last night, and we had an interesting conversation with Pat last night. He kept me up till 2:00 in the morning, motherfucker, on the phone, and I'll go over that stuff with you, Keith, later. But we have a new show that we're going to be doing, and Mike Cullen's going to be producing it, and it's going to be very interesting. And they like the name that I came up with. I think you guys know the name. I've mentioned it to you. 10 things you might not have known about. And it's going to be a show where we talk about TV shows and movies of the last half century that are worth remembering. And I think the one I pushed to start with is Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and we're going to finally address the fact that the first 2 Star Trek films were tied into the original series in ways that people know and don't know. And the one with the motion picture was that it is a semi-remake of The Changeling from Star Trek.
Yeah.
That was season 2 or 3. I forget.
That was season 2.
Season 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is basically a remake of the episode with a different ending.
It was Keith frozen the headphones.
Keith,
Keith, blink if you're in trouble.
Keith is fucking frozen. He lost internet, I guarantee you. That is like I'm about to fart expression right there.
It's like I gotta move my ass. The shit's coming.
Is it shit or a fart? I don't know
Please
yet.
Please don't squeeze
It's
it.
too late. I'm committed.
I'm gonna take a Last Jedi right here.
No, he's still not back yet. Oh well. But yeah, are you there? No.
Why is he making eye contact with me when he's trying to do that?
Keith, Tickle Truck says it best. Here you go. Hold on. Keith's frozen face is judging you. It's true. It really is.
Can you blow him up, please? I need a screenshot.
I'm going to say something here on the show.
Blow him up.
I know something, and I talked with Susan Layton about it, who used to be on our show. She works for a lot of magazines now, entertainment. I know something that Bruce Campbell is doing that I can't even talk about, and it pisses me off because it's so fucking exciting for every nerd to find out what he's doing.
God damn it!
And
blow him up.
I think Keith is just trying to get it to start back up again.
I know. I need a new thumbnail. Blow off. For God's sakes.
Yeah, Deanna knows the story.
God damn it.
Because I'm close friends with Josh Becker, and we talk quite often. And and I always get these really cool little tidbits of shit going on in Bruce's life because they talk all the time. Bruce and I don't talk to each other. I think he secretly still dislikes me, and it's okay. I don't care.
Probably does.
It was, I care about Josh. Josh is my friend. Josh. That's what
Bruce, I'll be your friend.
But I get these cool little tidbits of information about Bruce, and I found out this juicy news, and I can't tell anybody.
It's about Evil Dead, right?
Because if I do, it'll be blowback on Josh, and so I can't say anything. But I'm telling you, the minute I get the inkling that it's okay to talk about it, it's fucking huge.
You never hear.
It's big Bruce Campbell news and big news for fans of a certain genre that I can't talk about.
It's either Bubba Hotep or Evil Dead. Gee, there's so many Bruce Campbell does.
No. Because Bruce is in the last part of his life, and he is done fucking working on stuff for the fans who really underappreciated him and don't show the support that they should. And he wants to work on things that make him happy. Like, he actually said that one of the best experiences in making a film was the Christmas movie he just finished. That's going to air here this week. On
Black Friday.
It is airing. It's got Peter Gallagher in it. And Keith, what in the blooming fuck is going on?
That has to be the thumbnail. Come on.
What is... Oh, that's you, Steven. I'm like, what the... I'm like, how can you leave and come back and have that image again? It's like, oh, that's you, Steven. That's why. I was really thrown by that. Keith, are you there?
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, Keith.
You're back. I think Tickle Trunk nailed it. He says, that picture is you judging us.
Can I use it for the next
one?
You really look like you're judging us like you guys are assholes.
It'd be right.
Yeah, but I was talking about it, and I'll talk to you guys I can't talk publicly about it. And nobody can.
Yes, you are talking publicly right now.
Yeah, I'm going to talk privately later. And I'll tell you what it is, but I can't say publicly what it is because there will be blowback if I say anything. And I'm praying that this I wish it was a Burn Notice reunion. I fucking loved that show. Him as Sam, he was one of my favorite parts of that show. I love that show.
Yeah.
I own all the episodes. I bought them as they aired through my Microsoft account, so I still have them. I've had them for years. This picture of Keith needs to be framed for posterity. I agree. I agree. Send that to me, Steven, so we can frame it and put it on.
No,
Facebook
Keith,
and
I'm putting this on a shirt with a B5 symbol.
That would be, yeah.
Actually, I'm going to have this. I'm going to put a caption on it. These are my friends.
But that face, you really look like you're judging the shit out of us.
No, just
Yeah.
you.
He's looking at us as if we had said we'd like The Last Jedi or something.
Well,
like
the
that.
first thing I said, and honestly, I said, it looks like you're about to shart.
Wow, you just got really dark and yeah.
But I wish it was Briscoe County too, because I'm a big fan. Because when I first met Bruce, that show was still on. And I said, I am a huge fan of that show. I don't miss an episode. He says, yeah, it's too bad other people, because they'd already gotten word that it was canceled.
Oh, God, Boba Fett is coming to... Oh, my God.
What about Boba Fett?
Since
Boba Fett?
Since
Boba Fett where?
Since the Disney Plus film, or the Disney Plus series
Somebody
is
got
coming,
the joke.
Boba Fett and Fortnite are doing a crossover.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Of course.
Of course, they
They'll be
no
visiting
Dust
the
Wolfen.
island.
It is not. It is not. Let's see. Let me get up here. I got it. He's coming back as the Prince of Thieves in a new Xena reboot, in which Dust Wolfen also commented.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see a return of that unless they do a complete reboot with a new cast. And I wouldn't be surprised about that because Sam Raimi's all about the money, really. Yeah, Briscoe County is great. And what's really funny is a lot of people don't know that the movie Running Time had Jeremy Roberts in it as his partner, his partner in crime. And in the movie, while they were making it together, Bruce forgot that Jeremy was in Briscoe County Jr. one of the brothers. He was one of the brothers that were the villains, or one of the group of villains on the show, Briscoe
There
County.
you go. Share the image quickly.
Oh,
There you go.
that's terrible. Okay, yeah, that's terrible.
all of it that has been presented today has been terrible, in my opinion. Of course, you know.
Oh, now we're back down to 8. Thank God, we're back to normal numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, eight's normal. Yeah.
So he's doing a jack of all trades again. No, I wish to. No, when the minute I get the green light, I'm going to tell you guys. And I would like to have the scoop on this because I know it so far in advance. But it's going to be huge, and it's going to be fucking cool, and it's going to impact. Dare I say, comics? And that's all I'm going to say. So, but with that, you know what? We're going to end it here. I want to thank everybody for being here. Great panel, great show. Fahim really does raises the bar on doing this show. I'm just so humbled by that guy. I really am.
It's not terrible.
I'm hoping Bruce finally gets to do some cool sci-fi or something. Keith, I got to tell you, Keith, Bruce is really just wanting to enjoy himself. And here's a quote, what he said in private, that if he did nothing but Hallmark movies until his death, he would be the happiest guy on the planet. That's how much he enjoyed that. And here's some funny stuff, a little tidbit of trivia. In the movie, he plays the older partner of an old folk group, duo, him and Peter Gallagher, and they're going to get back together again in the spirit of the holidays. And the producers wanted him to sing and play guitar, and they were going to just do that. And Bruce is like, no, I can't sing. No, I'm not going to learn to play guitar for this. I'm just going to fake it, like Elvis. I'm going to fake it. And they pushed this as well. Let us teach you at least how to do the. No, I'm not going to do the fake fingering. No, but he did learn just enough so his hands were in the right places, and that's all. He refused to learn, do any singing or learn to sing or play guitar. Peter Gallagher, on the other hand, does all of his own guitaring and singing in the movie. Because if you haven't heard, he's got a good voice.
Yeah, he just is coming off of a series where he had to do singing anyway. So
I love that show despite its wokeness.
Yeah.
I get annoyed by some of the woke shit that they do when they start doing identity politics on it. I'm like, oh my God, you had such a great show and then you fuck it up with this bullshit. You know, guilting somebody because they're not the right identity. You know, just that's the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard. But I still enjoy the shit out of the show. It's the girl from Evil Dead, the remake. And she's really good as the character. I get a kick out of her. And I like the supporting actors. And they got great voices. They all do their own singing on that show. And it's called Zoe's Playlist?
Infinite Playlist.
Infinite Playlist. And it's very entertaining despite the wokeness. And like I've said before, I will watch woke shit if you got something to offer me.
Fortunately, most of the woke shite doesn't have anything to offer, you know.
I keep forgetting that's my picture. Like, why is Keith stuck?
Yeah, I know. Why is Keith stuck? Could you forget? Yeah, I know. It did the same thing to me. Cinema watching Congo, I said to my friends, that's Briscoe County Jr. Yeah, Briscoe made a cameo as himself on the movie. Got killed by a bunch of monkeys. Of course, Purple, we love you, man. And look, I want to talk to you privately. I want to get you back on the show. And look, I'm only kidding about the sausage thing because I have no discomfort with having nothing but guys. But the fact is, you add something to the conversation. And I enjoyed it when you were on, and I'd like to get you back on. Dude, stop sucking your own dick while we're on.
Oh, jeez.
Marvel Zombies versus Ash. I still have that crossover comic. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Oh, you bet, Brett. I deeply appreciate you and all you guys coming on the show. We're as loyal to you as you are to us. We love you.
You wrote in the private chat.
Keith Movie Geek, when I saw that this morning, I ended up with the series theme song in my head. They better keep that same theme.
They will. In fact, many of the voices from that show are reprising their roles. So if you are a big fan of X-Men the Animated Series, that news was just for you.
No, you have no idea about Bruce. Okay. There is a famous debate over a lost scene from that Western that he was in with, oh my God, Gene Hackman, DiCaprio.
Tombstone?
No.
No, it was not.
Quick and the Dead?
The Quick and the Dead. That there is a lost scene in that film of him and Pat Hingle as the bartender and the bartender killing him. And what they forget is that Sam Raimi is notorious for doing shimp scenes. No film in the camera. And what happened was Pat Hingle was bitching and moaning. Seriously. He was relentlessly complaining about what a big pussy his character was and wouldn't defend or protect his daughter. He was whoring her out and shit like that. And it's like, well, that's what he was. His character's kind of a scumbag. You're playing a scumbag. You read the script, right? That's what I would have said. But not Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi, what he does is he will set up an entire scene, a shimp scene, fake scene that's never going to be in the movie. Never actually puts film in the camera. And he called action, and he had let Pat Hingle defend his daughter against Bruce. And it really did happen, but it was never shot. There was never footage. And I get annoyed when people talk about that. It's like, no, it didn't happen. It happened, but there was no scene. He did it with the Evil Dead. The very first time he ever did it, during the Evil Dead shoot, right near the end, they were done, and a bunch of local rednecks came in. Hey, man, we're going to be in your movie. And they kept bugging him. So finally, he told Bruce, Josh, and the Coen brothers, who were there back when they were nobodies, unload the truck. And they got all the equipment out, and he set up a scene and says, okay, you guys are going to do this on camera. And they chickened out and wouldn't do it. And he got mad, and he goes, put it all back in there. And Bruce and everybody was like, you're making us do all the physical labor. You just did that to make a point. But that's Sam Raimi. He does shit like that. And so the famous thing that they were talking about with that scene never happened on camera. It was all on the set and fake. just to get Pat Hingle to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because he's pissing about and moaning about his character being a pussy. And it's like, oh, well, there you go. You took the fucking role. That's what I would have done.
Who would have thought, I would have thought that Pat Hingle was more professional than that.
Yeah. If the story is good, I can ignore what... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I still enjoy Zoe's Infinite Playlist. Because despite being woke, it's entertaining. And I enjoy the musical routines. I ain't loyal to nobody. Well, we're loyal to you, Mr. Tickle Trunk. Pop Culture Minefield, check my DMs, Gerry. Okay, I will. I'll head over to Twitter after the show. And fake scenes are such great ideas. Yeah, it's a way of shutting people down. Make them happy. Lie to them. You know,
I mean,
makes me wonder what he does in his relationships. Geez, wonder if he lies to them.
Makes me wonder what he's in Spider-Man, with the Spider-Man films.
Yeah, but I am looking forward to his work because I love his filmmaking. I wish he would, because Sam Raimi, Ted Raimi, Bruce, Rob Tapert, they all are, grew up together. Michael Choli, all those guys. They're all part. Thank you, Mr. Tickle Trunk. They're all part of the Detroit Mafia, and these days, and I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn even talking about this, but I'm not happy the fact that Sam Raimi won't talk to Josh. Bruce is still their best friends. Ted talks to him all the time, Ted Raimi, and the Raimi family are close with Josh, but for some reason Sam wouldn't. And I was also upset when I found out that Sam refused to be part of the documentary about Josh's career, and refused to let his own father, before he died, be on camera to talk about Josh. I'm like, I don't know what that shit is. I think it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
But that's Sam, Josh was best man at Rob Tapert's wedding with, what's her name? Xena. I forget her name.
Lucy Lawless.
Lucy Lawless. Josh has been a part of that group, and I don't know. I've always said Sam is a money guy. Sam is brilliant when it comes to some of his creativity, but he sold out to Hollywood a long time ago, which is something Josh didn't do, and maybe he resents that Josh didn't sell out and he did. But because Sam sold out, he's also gotten to make some amazing fucking films.
Yeah.
He's made some ones that were stinkers, but that's the studio work.
Well,
And
it's what happens when you work for the studios, and when they interfere with your creativity in the flow.
yeah, and Josh, on the other hand, he's a go fuck yourself kind of person. If he doesn't like you or doesn't like what you're saying or trying to sell, he'll go, I'm not interested in that. You can go fuck yourself. No thanks. And that's how he talks. Actually, if you saw it when Chris Gore was on, he liked my impression of Josh, because I nailed Josh's voice, because I've been talking to him for almost 30 years. Let's see, what is going on here? I'm full of shit. I need to drop it somewhere. I think without Ted, Sam wouldn't be as revered as he is. Because Ted's a really sweet guy,
And he knows how to write.
And he's really gifted, but the problem is, his career never went the way it should have. Because I think he's a pretty good actor. After he did, was it Patriot Games? I just didn't see much of him. And I think that's sad, because I think he's an interesting actor. Let's see. This just popped on my feed. They're making a new Predator movie. Yeah, it's called Prey, and it looks like garbage. Prey. Whatever. Purple Valkyrie. Oh, LOL. I was joking. If you haven't noticed, I'm not usually serious unless I get pissed off. So whatever you do, don't make him angry. He might Mr. Tickle Trunk out instead of Hulk out. But anyway, I think we'll just end it here. Keith's not coming back, I don't think, except for with Steven.
He said he had to go in the private chat.
Oh,
if you should read that, yeah.
Okay. So, all right, we'll go into our private chat. One thing I'm going to be setting up is after shows for our members. And I don't know what you guys think of that, but I'm not sure exactly how to do it. I think I have to set up a separate stream for that. And then we all have to move over to that stream just for private. Oh yeah, well Keith, I'm always thinking about Keith. Keith's always in my head. I'm like, I wonder what Keith would think about that. But I don't know what you guys think of that. I kind of like the idea when we're just talking after a show, because Stephen, all of us, T-shirt, we'll get into a chat after the show that lasts an hour by itself.
You also do realize I'm in early access for Battlefield too, so my time is limited for the next week or so because it's early access.
That's fine, dude. No, dude, I'm not gonna. Look, I always want you here on TGIF, but if you can't be here, I get it. I'm not gonna freak out about it.
Good.
When you start missing like 5 or 6 episodes, then I'm gonna go, okay, what the fuck's going on,
bro? I still have 2 channels I have to also operate, plus co-host another show. What the hell do you want from me? I do as best I can, man. Why you gotta be on my ass?
But you get paid, mate. We aren't.
No, I haven't got paid. I'm still waiting for that paycheck. It's been
He gets
2
paid
months.
with pre-chewed birdseed.
Yeah, and I give him a pink slip at the foot of my ass in his ass.
He's
I don't have to
still
say
here.
it.
Yeah, he's still here through Stephen. Stephen is a medium, if you didn't know, and he is currently
channeling
using
my
his
middle finger.
his channeling of Keith. So, yeah,
And I
Keith,
said,
you do black guy stuff.
there's some concept art that just released for the Obi-Wan trailer, and Darth Vader looks like a kid in a Halloween costume sitting on a high seat. It's freaking weird.
I'm going to tell you something, Miss Picatronic. I'm notorious for cheek and forehead kisses on my friends and people I care about. So,
I'm not kissing shit.
Watch out. Meet me in person. You might get a little peck.
Or you might be topless. Then you have to really run for the hills.
That was a special moment between you and I. And I really...
Yeah. You cost me my eyesight. That's a special moment.
And I haven't played this for a while. I made this just for...
Drop dead.
You know, the thing I love about that is, like, the theme just keeps going, and you keep getting closer, and it's like, how close are we going to get?
This is why I listen to Asmer while doing these shows, because it calms me the hell down.
I'm going to go ahead and play our new outro video. I liked ending with the one thing, but I'm not going to do it this week because we have a new outro with special thanks and stuff to people, including Fat Steven.
Right.
So I'm going to end the show with that and let you guys wallow in our thankfulness to all of you, the audience. Yeah. There's even a special thank you to Mr. Tickle Trunk in there. Yeah, it's in there. It's in the new outro. So here you guys go, our little outro, and we'll see you guys next TGIF. And by the way, next week we got Paul Twetting from I just forgot the name of the show.
We're gonna have some guy on from some show that I totally forgot, even though I booked him, and I've
been talking about it all fucking week, and it's one of the best spoiler shows. Heavy spoilers. One of the best spoiler shows on the interwebs. He's so popular, Amazon hired him. He's a close friend of Keith's of mine, and it's been a year since he's been on, a little over a year, and we want to get him back on. What, Steve?
Well, you know how you can tell Gerry wrote a script? No one's name is in it. Can't remember their names.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, there you go. There's my bad joke. There you go. Just as bad. Yeah, that's it. I'm good.
And like that, you can choke on a bag of dicks, my friend. Thanks a lot, Dust Wolf, and thanks, Mr. Tickler. Thank you all. Purple, I so deeply appreciate you guys. Brett, Martin Acosta, I love it when you show up. Pat, of course, you're a friend. And actually, Pat's becoming a part of our channel. He's going to be producing with Mike Cullen the next show we're going to be doing. And I'm trying to see anybody else. I don't want to forget anybody. Deanna, thank you for being in my life. And I don't want to miss anybody. I think that's it. All right, we're good. No, Kaylee. Thank you, Kaylee, for showing up. All right. With that, here is our outro, and we'll see you guys next week.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Pop Culture Minefield. If you've enjoyed the show, please remember to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Remember, you can find us at Pop Culture Minefield on both Facebook and Instagram. Thank you again.